All right, so you know that feeling? You've got this amazing idea for an event, maybe a big promotion, but how do you actually make it happen? Well, today we're going to talk about a company called Elgo International. They're basically the experts in taking those big, brilliant ideas and turning them into something real you can see and touch, whether it's a huge trade show or some seriously slick promotional gear.
So right off the bat, they tell you exactly what they're about. They're experts in trade fairs, event organizing, printing, and even making custom furniture. And look, that's not just some random list. What this really tells you is that they're a one-stop shop. You don't have to go to 4 different companies. They handle the whole shebang, which, let's be honest, makes everything so much easier.
And get this, they've been doing this for over 50 years. I mean, that's more than half a century. So, this isn't some startup that's still figuring things out. They've seen it all, they've done it all. And in the world of events where deadlines are everything, that kind of deep experience is, well, it's absolutely crucial.
Okay, so here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll get to know who Elgo International really is. Then we'll dive into their event solutions, check out the custom equipment they make, look at their printing and promotion services, and wrap it all up with the big question: why choose Elgo?
All right, Section 1. Who is Elgo International? Let's really dig into the company's DNA here. I mean, what's the secret sauce behind those 50-plus years of success? It's all about experience, quality, and reliability.
You know what I find really interesting is how they balance everything. They've got all this deep, hands-on experience, but they're also using the latest modern tech. And everything, everything, is focused on the client. It really boils down to a few core promises. You're going to get high quality, you're going to get a fair price, and, this is the big one in the event world, they will not miss a deadline. Period.
Okay, so let's see how that philosophy plays out in their first major area, comprehensive event solutions. We're talking everything from trade fairs to full-service agency work. This is really where they shine, creating these amazing high-impact experiences that might only last a few days, but leave a lasting impression.
So their event services really stand on 3 main pillars. For starters, you've got the actual physical setup of exhibition spaces. Then there's the bigger picture, organizing the whole event. And finally, and this part is so important, you've got the agency work. That's all the behind-the-scenes project management and logistics that make sure everything runs like a well-oiled machine.
I love this because it perfectly sums up their whole approach. The goal is to make sure that first impression is exciting and convincing. Think about it. They're not just building a box with your logo on it. They're trying to create a moment, an experience that grabs people right away and makes them think, wow, I need to check this out. It's all about that immediate impact.
So how do they actually do that? Well, this gives you a peek into their toolbox. On one hand, for exhibition spaces, they've got all the nuts and bolts, booths, signs, decorations, and all the tech support you need. On the other hand, for a bigger event, it's more about creating a whole atmosphere, with awesome lighting, big sound systems, and huge LED screens. They've got the right tools for whatever job you throw at them.
But here's the part that is honestly a total game changer, and something a lot of people don't think about: the logistics. They handle the entire project. We're talking from the initial drawings and mock-ups to transporting all the equipment, handling the chaos on site, and even storing your stuff when it's all over. They basically take all that stress and headache right off your plate so you can focus on your event.
Okay, let's switch gears a bit. We've been talking about temporary events, but Elgo's skills don't just disappear when the show is over. They're also experts in creating custom equipment and furniture for more permanent spaces, whether it's for your home, your business, or even industrial settings. And this really shows you just how wide their range is. They get that a kitchen for your home is totally different from the fixtures in a busy retail shop or a heavy-duty industrial space. It's not a one-size-fits-all approach. They can build you a custom kiosk for a mall, or they can outfit your entire bedroom. Whatever the space, they tailor the solution to fit it perfectly. All right, on to their third major pillar, printing and promotion. If you think of the events and furniture as the skeleton of a project, then the printing is the skin. It's the visual identity, the part that does all the talking for the brand.
And wow, this table really lays out the whole spectrum. On one side, you have the really big, heavy-hitting stuff. We're talking giant banners, graphics to wrap a whole vehicle, and those bright, illuminated signs that grab your attention. Then on the other side, you've got all those essential promotional materials, like display stands, posters, leaflets, even corporate gifts. so they can handle the massive, eye-popping projects and all the crucial little details too.
So, with all these different services, what's the common thread? What really ties it all together? Let's get to the bottom of it. Why should someone choose Elgo? What's their big advantage?
This is their core promise. It all starts with a commitment to quality services. But how do they guarantee that quality? Simple, they do it themselves. By having their own in-house furniture manufacturing and in-house printing, they have complete control over the process from start to finish. And to top it all off, they're there for you with 24-hour support. That's a huge deal.
So, when you put it all together, here's what you get. You get that 50-plus years of rock-solid experience. You get a partner who can work anywhere in Europe. You get access to a massive inventory of rental gear, and it's all wrapped up in that ironclad commitment to hitting deadlines and offering competitive prices. It's really that powerful mix of experience, scale, and just pure reliability.
And that really brings us right back to where we started. So, are you ready to make an unforgettable impression? After seeing everything they can do, from building a massive exhibition space down to printing a single flyer, you realize the question isn't just what do you need? The real question they're asking is, what kind of impact do you want to make? And more importantly, how are you going to make sure it's one that people never forget?